All right, so this will be a real quickie. As you see, I got the suspension mounted back up. Just left the car rolled upside down because I didn't want these dangling, which are actually fairly tight. I don't think they'll dangle because I snugged them up. Anyways, these are the tabs that I have to weld on. I have to scuff away the epoxy still on this tube. And I'll probably sandblast these tabs because they almost look like they're zinc coated or something. I don't know. But I'm gonna sandblast them anyways. And I'll TIG weld the outer lip right here. Let's see if I can get a TIG weld that. Same over there. That bolt, the front one there, I have to figure out why I can't get it to line up. I remember the last time we put this in, it was a bitch of a fight to try to line these all up, and I want to say we ended up having to get the fronts first and then fight these back ones. But that bolt hole isn't gonna throw off these tabs because the backs are bolted in anyways, and that's what lines it up. That and the groove in it that lines up with this. So tomorrow, if I go home from work in time, I'll come out here and scuff this paint, take these off, sandblast them, bolt it back up, and at least tack them in place, if not weld them completely. And then hopefully this weekend, throw some epoxy on. I'll have to take all the suspension back off because there's several spots on it that are, hey little buddy, what are you doing? There's several spots on the tubing that is nicked or scratched on the underside, like the back where you can't get to. So I'm gonna take all this off. I've already scuffed it, and I'll wax and grease it all again and epoxy it once more. And when I do, I'll epoxy these tubes. I'll epoxy that spanner bar that's back right there that mounts here. I'll go ahead and mount it up once I get it epoxied, and I'll epoxy all this. I'll probably let that sit a day. I'll probably dump what extra epoxy I have out into the gun. I don't know, I might just go ahead and throw it. There's spots on the underside of the car that are lightly coated, so I'm probably gonna coat over the bottom again. It's been under the period, I think you got 10 days or so. I think that's what it was, 7 days, 10 days? I don't know, it's been within a week anyway since I coated it. It was last weekend when I coated it, I think. So I should be good to go ahead and recoat the bottom without having to scuff it again. So I'm gonna throw some more epoxy on the underside and try to coat pretty well. In fact, I see gray down there where the mount is that's hard to get to. I'll try to spray some epoxy into that to get that coated. But anyways, there's more on the bottom of the car, and then bolt this up for hopefully the last time. These bolts I either have to cut or go to Tractor Supply and see if they have 1/2 inch sizes. I need a 3.5. This is a 4. A 3 inch is too short for the nylon look. The nylon nut. I also have to get a nylon lock nut for this thing because the original kit used these bars and these long bolts here, which I actually had to go buy longer ones, which I'm kind of upset about because I don't even need them now. And they passed through here. And this bar originally went inside of here. Or actually, I think it might have gone here. That's what that was. The L went down here. There was a spacer that came in here, and this piece mounted between that L bracket and up here and went back. But because of the mini tubs, you have to move it inward. So that long ass bolt's no longer needed. Long ass bolt no longer needed here either. So, well, they're not needed now. So that's how it is. I have to look. They actually sent another long bolt though that I'm wondering if they actually run all the way through this and put a spacer here or something. Because they sent these. No, never mind. Take that back. I'm using that already, I believe. I think that's this. That is this bolt here. I'm just using my old ones that I had. Double check it, but yeah, that's it. That nut's barely on the threads. It didn't want to thread down too well on this new bolt. It's got a little burr or something. Let's see. Anyways, so yeah, just like so in the picture. And I'm not sure if that is just a bad picture or what, but that looks like the horriblest blob of a weld I've ever seen, I think. Hopefully that's just a bad picture. Anyways, so I gotta figure out what these go to. Got 4 of these 3-inch bolts. Too bad they're not 3.5. I don't know what they go to. I haven't encountered them yet, I don't think. These are the spacers used for the old design. Won't get used. These bolts won't get used. These won't get used because these were what mounted in these holes. Well, those are no more. So, grade 8s, and that's why they're green on the inside, because the internal frame coated the frame rails. So at least I know that the Eastwood stuff coats pretty decent since it sprayed that shit everywhere. I did just get another thing to try. This KBS cavity coating. We'll see how that works out. But anyways, I'm going to you guys. I'll hopefully have another video to bring back this weekend with this stuff all mounted up. Granted, these won't be on it. I'll leave these off until I'm ready to put the rear axle on. Oh, and I think I found a use for my Port 15. I will most likely coat this rear axle housing with Port 15 when I'm done, since it has plenty of leftover surface rust on it. And Port 15, from what I've read, is a really durable coating and takes a beating a little bit. So I was gonna try to sandblast it clean and epoxy it, but I really don't feel like putting on the monkey suit out in the yard and sandblasting since I don't have a big ass cabinet. So we'll have to try out the Port 15. If that doesn't work, we'll try out this shit that I bought that I have yet to use. Master Coat. I heard it is the bee's knees, but we'll see. But all right guys, thanks for watching. Made this video too long already. Tune in next time.